Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims proudly presents OOTP 21, Building a Perfect Team, featuring the Universal Pioneers using the Out of the Park Baseball 21 simulator. And welcome to another edition of the OOTP 21 Perfect Team Series featuring the Universal Pioneers, COVID free. I'm Big Pauly coming to you. Right now we're in day 20 in Iron League 195, which is where I'm at this week. And we have 3,400 perfect points, which we are going to use to buy a gold pull, a series of 6 cards. One of them will be a guaranteed gold, and who else will come, or what else will come, in the other 5. If you haven't heard the news yet, baseball has hit a speed bump or maybe even a pothole on its road back to the resumption of play. Several members of the Miami Marlins tested positive for COVID within the last 24 hours. I am recording this on July 27th at 8 o'clock in the evening. There were 2 games that were canceled tonight that I know of. Miami was hosting Baltimore, and Philadelphia were going to play the Yankees tonight in an interleague game. In fact, they're both interleague games. And both games have had to been postponed because of the Marlins. Several players on the Marlins testing positive for COVID. So we somehow hope that the games will be allowed to continue. It would be a shame for Major League Baseball to come back only to have to suspend play like the NBA did back in March so soon. And I don't think there is a sports fan in all of America that wants to see that happen. But as you can see here, I'm getting an update on my perfect team progress. And we will get to that in a moment. But I don't think there is a sports fan in America who wants to see sports continue in this country. My Universal Pioneers in this league are, by the way, 13-5, and they just beat the Hartford Mutts 5-4, and we'll get to that in just a moment. I think I speak for every sports fan in America who wants to see sports continue on, and we will just have to hope, and maybe some of us should pray, that baseball will be allowed to continue, because it's looking very possible that they might have to shut things down here in a little bit. So let's get to the Universal Pioneers in the surreal world. So far in this Iron League that just started today, we are 5th in runs scored, and we're in a much better league. 4th in runs against, and everybody off to a good start. I'm leading the Central Division in this league 13-5. Over 4 games already over to the Newark Bears. Let's look and see who we have anybody left to get rid of. And it will just be Andy Allenson and what I would call a deadwood pick. So 6 and 15 is 21. We'll try to sell them for 11 this time and see if anybody bites. And we'll just continue to sell them at 11 until somebody takes them. So let's do our gold pull. This COVID situation, top of mind right now. And just for the sake of a whole bunch of baseball fans, I am hoping, against hope, that baseball will be allowed to continue. As I record this tonight, Tampa Bay is destroying the Atlanta Braves 8-1. We'll get to that in a moment. It's 8 o'clock in the evening on July 27th. Mendez, the first pick. There'll be 1 gold pick here. And there's a bronze pick, Eric Gonzalez. Zach Eflin. Where's my gold? Oh, there's my gold. Trey Turner. He'll probably have to wind up being sold, but we will see. 59, Zach Plesac. And yeah, other than the gold card I had, which is probably not going to make the team, it wasn't a good pull. But with gold pulls, when you have diamond players, that's going to happen. Let's see here. Did anybody make the team? No. So we have 6 players to get rid of. We keep Plesac, at least for now, until I get a good starting pitcher. Walkett will go for 8, and he will be sold regardless, either way. So that's kind of heavy on my heart right now. I don't want to see baseball be suspended and have a season in limbo like the NBA and the NHL have been in limbo all of these years. It's now 9-1 Rays, by the way, in this game as I record this. About middle of the game, they're in the fourth inning, and Tampa Bay putting on a show. And of course, they're playing these games with no crowd, so they're putting on a show in front of nobody. But it's interesting that they're whooping up on the Braves today. The Braves were a very good team last year. Uh, Mendez will be an eight, and of course, if the season does go on, and I have my doubts now, and I don't like to harp on it, but that's what I'm thinking right now. They will have 16 teams make the playoffs, and I would think that the Rays have a very good chance of being one of those 16 teams at least. And let's see here, we got one more to sell. That's Zimmer. Zimmer will go for 9. And if they have to abandon the 2020 season, everybody loses a year, and that's a real sucky situation for everybody involved. But on the surface, I could understand why you would want to keep everybody safe too. 35 for Eric Gonzalez, and we'll sell him. But if we're having those kind of outbreaks in sports still, 4.5 months removed from when this initial outbreak began, we have trouble. And I'm not saying that to be political. I'm saying that in the world of sports, is going to have its set of problems, and you're going to see. I've sold all my players. I'm going to submit the team. If baseball goes back under, and if they can't continue on with the 2020 season, what does that say for other sports? And as a sports fan, I might want to say a prayer for these baseball players. That's all I'm going to say, and I say that very somberly. So this has been today's edition, the 49th part to this OOTP 21 Perfect Team Series. I'm Big Pauly. Hope to come back with better news in the coming days when we go over 3,000 perfect points again. God bless. Hope you are safe wherever you are and whenever you see this. And bye-bye for now, everybody.